Today on the Dirt Bike Track, we learned that automobiles are the true scourge of the Iron Cross Army. So destroy your Dodge Durango, burn your BMW, vanquish your V-Dub, and wreck your Rolls Royce so you don't fall victim to a mistaken hit and run orchestrated by malevolent monsters. And trust me, I'm not saying all this because I recently happened upon a freak ton of stock in Amtrak. At least that's the story if the SEC asks. And on the subject of fraud, I'm a ding-dang one of those.
I'm Nicole.
And this is Mostly Speaking Spider-Man. Like I said, I didn't. My name is James, and drum roll, please, and applaud. Yeah, people, you better film yourself watching this and applaud when I say the next thing that happened to me. My thighs are now as wide as Nicole's head. Diameter, guys. I measured it with a tape measure, and I said, Nicole, I gotta measure your head because that's been the goal all along.
Why?
I don't know. That dog in me, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, they need to be as big as Nicole's head, and now they are.
You know what? Congratulations. You've been working real hard.
See, and people are clapping.
Yeah, like unsarcastic. I know I sound sarcastic a lot, but like for real, dude.
I want one leg to be the diameter of both Nicole's thighs. That might actually be overkill. What would I be doing with such big thighs? That's what, if goddamn,
Thighs.
if I were to switch places with the grandma, Little Red Riding Hood would be like, my grandmother, what big thighs you have.
Yeah.
I'd say all the better to I don't know what with.
You start an OnlyFans
Okay.
where you only crush
Watermelon.
fruit
Okay.
with your thighs.
All right, Nicole, that might be the thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
Oh, no, this is what I do. I drill a hole into the fruit, put my penis in there, and then it's the reveal. It's like a gachapon.
Wow.
I crush it, and then all of a sudden, boing, boing, boing.
And you go, the prestige.
I actually think you might have a market for that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weirdos on the internet.
And like maybe I've already ejaculated into it, so when it explodes, like also
No,
that.
you have to time it
Yeah.
perfectly.
So it
that
seems like I blasted it like I'm
Yeah.
Dynastud. You know that movie
Yeah.
codenamed Dynastud we covered on This Movie's Gay?
I don't know, but
It
all right.
was like James Bond but gay, and he would he would fuck dudes like his enemies, and then like would ejaculate and it would like blow them up. It rules, guys. It
sounds awesome.
It's an unsung hero of the almost 100 movies we covered on that show.
Ooh, wow.
Uh-huh. But guys, speaking of exploding, first, let me introduce my queen, my goddess, the woman who smashes the machinations of evil. It's the emissary of hell, Nicole the Brick's darling homebody, Jakis.
Hi.
How are you, Nicole?
Good.
Yeah, same. Nicole, I gotta make a declaration just like I did with not eating sugar, working out to get cum gutters, all these things. I need to, at least for the time being, I'm done masturbating from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So like when I'm in bed, I can. It's just such a time suck as of recently.
So like
I
you're like a time
guess.
zone.
Yeah.
All right, like a parking time zone.
Uh-huh.
Solid.
Like 2.5 hours some days. I could be reading a goddamn book. That's over multiple sessions, guys.
That's still a lot.
I know. It's too much. See, Nicole? Nicole's like, but it
Yeah.
makes you happy. And it's like, no, it's now just an addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an obligation.
Yeah. I'm not.
And I don't do that.
It's not like, hey, yeah, just if doing cocaine makes you happy, keep doing it. But no, it's affecting my life. Nah, man, it makes you happy.
Keep doing it.
God damn it.
Exactly, Nicole. Can we introduce our guest yet?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. It's been a while since he's been on the show. Unless you are over on patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $10 a month, you can listen to this man on straight to Patreon.
Hell yeah.
It's from Hit It and Crit It. Also, you were recently on Death to Squid, sort of.
I was.
Covering Trancers 5, and you will be back on for Resident Evil 5.
Ooh, yeah. I'm excited for that.
Anytime we have a 6 or more series, you're coming on for the 5th.
For the 5th. All right.
We'll do Star Trek one of these days.
Oh, I've never seen anything Star Trek.
Whoa, anything?
I know of Star Trek, but I have never.
Watch Lower Decks. It's real good.
I've never seen. Though I have. It's crazy that you brought that up. I've been watching The Orville, which is Seth MacFarlane's like space show, and it's so good.
I think he's
so
just too
good.
angry in the first episode that I was like, I don't want this.
Well, he's trying to work. Like his ex-wife shows up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I know, but it's at the same time of Ted 2. It felt like someone was writing these material for Seth MacFarlane. That it felt like someone was going through a divorce, especially Ted 2.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Ted 2 is just mean. I didn't like it. I said, no thank you, but the series,
it
oh my
gets
God.
so good.
All
and
right.
then eventually it kind of changes from like comedy satire of Star Trek stuff to just becoming like a really good space exploration show. The third season is incredible.
It's Joe? Did I say that?
No, you haven't said my name.
Okay, hey guys, from Hit It and Crit It, it's Joe.
What's up?
What's up? How have you been?
I've been all right.
Elaborate.
You know, this year has been really, truly a blur.
Oh, yeah.
Not for good reasons. I'm always a downer, and I'm sorry about that.
I meant to say woohoo when you said it was a
still
blur.
too whatever. No, it's been all right. Like
You went to a Ren fair?
yeah, I went to Ren Fair last weekend, which was awesome. We're planning on going again. I've been playing a lot of D&D recently, which is rad. Just not on a podcast.
Boo. Robbie, move back around here.
He's not even that far.
Let's go. I guess Corey.
He shows up to my house every Saturday. They both show up to my house on Saturdays.
Even Corey?
Yes, they could. Well, Jose goes and picks him up.
Oh, wait, but now I work Saturdays.
God.
I know that. Hey, everyone, join patreon.com/MLMpod, where for $5 a month, you can help me not work Saturdays.
Yeah.
And then you get Hit It and Crit It back, guys.
Look, if I don't have to work Saturdays, James shouldn't have to work Saturdays.
Or, just like go to Chicago Comics not on Saturdays, instead spend a bunch of money on like a Thursday, and then I get paid for Thursdays when I work.
Yeah, everyone stop going on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Wait, is that how that works?
I mean, if all of a sudden we're super busy on Thursday
right.
and not on
I was
Saturday.
like, you just get paid to not be there because they're busy.
Oh, no. I work for store credit on that day.
Oh,
But
okay.
if they'd be like, well, yeah, James, do you want store credit? I'm like, no, I want money. That's how I have this stack of comics.
I was like, yeah, you
is
have a bunch of shit. Yeah, that makes sense.
because I get that discount and I work for store credit one day of the week because I'm like, I need the experience.
Makes sense, I guess. I've been painting a lot too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so I have a bunch of. I finished up all my Marvel Crisis Protocol stuff. I moved on to my Star Wars Shatterpoint stuff, which building was easier than Marvel Crisis because I think they finally got their builds down correct. But lightsabers are so fucking finicky.
Oh, yeah.
And I broke General Grievous's one of his lightsabers, and I was just like, no.
I say, oh, yeah, just because I can imagine. It's a tiny
it's just
little
a
thing.
tiny. So I might replace them. Somebody said that either a very thin paper clip you could replace it with,
Okay.
or the little bristles like on a cleaning thing.
A broom?
No, like a for your dishes.
A
okay.
toothbrush.
Yeah, a brush. I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. So I might do that, and then I've also been painting stuff for like D&D campaigns and whatnot.
Okay.
So yeah, it's my life.
Hell yeah.
Pretty chill.
Also, on store credit, it will help me get a bunch of Christmas gifts this year. So, like, that's going to be rocking. Expect comic books for Christmas, Joe.
That's rad. I'm down.
Expect comic books for Christmas, Nicole. I know of one. I know
You
of
got
one
it.
that you've been asking for.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Just one.
Which one is it?
Just one.
Only one of them.
Just the one.
Okay.
Oh, no, I won't say it.
I know,
Nicole's
I know.
in the room.
Hey, cover your ears.
Nicole, cover them.
No.
Well, I ask Joe, what's your experience with this dang web crawler?
Spider-Man?
Yeah,
like
just in general.
in general, a lot. Like obviously the Sam Raimi films, and I read a decent amount of comics. Though for Marvel, I mostly read X-Men, but he pops up every so often. I read a lot of the Ultimates, and he's in there a lot. And then the Andrew Garfield movies, and then the new movies. So I'm pretty well. One of the first Marvel pieces of Marvel literature I ever got was like a Marvel and Spider-Man encyclopedia.
Okay.
So I learned all about like the history of Spider-Man and like his characters, like the Prowler, and like, you know, when he kind of he needed to split his identity, so he became 4 superheroes at once. There's like Slingshot. I forgot the other ones, but like he became like 4 people because people were like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. He's like, fuck no, I got to throw him off the scent. But yeah, I just learned a bunch of stuff like that, and then eventually I got an similar X-Men one, and just followed the X-Men rabbit hole all the way down. So
yeah. He loves the X people. Okay.
I love a collaborative cast of members in anything, TV shows, movies, comic books.
That's why you love Community.
Yeah, because
that's why you love the news.
I don't know what that is.
The news,
like
local news.
Oh,
it's a collaborative effort amongst anchors.
No, that's called. There's a show called The Newsroom.
Oh yeah, not that.
No, but like Young Justice, I liked because it was ensemble. It was more than one person. So it's my jam.
Nicole, would you rather work as an ensemble or a solo act?
It depends on who the ensemble is.
It's like me, Jeffrey Dahmer.
What the fuck? No.
So hot.
Former Obama. So now you're seeing, okay, all right,
No,
Lord
it's
the
still
musician.
No. It's still no.
And guess what? She's into ya.
It's still no.
Whoa, why? Because I'm there?
Yeah.
I'm fine if you flirt with Lord or former Obama.
Yeah.
You know? And you guess who's rounding it out? Alf.
He
Definitely
eats cats.
no.
No, he no longer eats cats. It was only for season 1. They had to change that because kids kept trying to put cats in microwaves.
Oh.
Like, I'm going to be like, Alf, I'm going to eat this cat. Get in the microwave.
Truly insane.
Yeah.
Just like the show we just watched.
Yeah, guys. Today we are discussing episode 26 of Toei's Spider-Man from 1978. This one's entitled The Fake Hero in Big Trouble. Real quick, there's a fake hero and he's in big trouble. Spider-Man. No, I'm kidding. There's this kid, he's a high schooler, and he's like, man, I'm sick of my meaningless school life. And it's like, yeah, dude, you're 18. That's all you know. And yeah, like, kids should be more angry at 18. Like, I've been told what to do this entire time. And it's just like, do the same tests everyone else my age is doing. Riot.
No, do what you've been saying to do and don't show up for student count.
Oh, yeah, don't do that for sure.
What the fuck is student count?
Oh, maybe student count day is not in every state, but student count day in Michigan, I know, and then I know for sure some other ones are. Student count day is the day where they take the tally of all the students, and based on that number is how much the next year the school gets money. Like, per kid, you get that much money. And I tell kids, like, hey, if you're mad about, like, if you feel like you have no voice, the easiest way to protest, at least in these states, is to just say, we're not, like, let them know, hey, I'm not going to show up. If you're not going to do anything about kids coming to school and shooting other kids, we're not going to show up. Then it's going to finally impact you guys financially, and then maybe the state and administrations will do something about it.
Counterpoint.
What's up?
Schools are already severely underfunded, and a lack of education leads directly to things like crime.
Well, that's why you say like a month out, and then maybe say like, hey, we're going to do some practice days. Maybe don't go to school at all for that entire month.
All right.
Because then it's like, oh, there's just all these truants running around, not doing anything, but we're old people, so we think they have to be doing something nefarious.
Yeah, I think Chicago, we just do they just take the average tally from each, class per month or whatever.
That's a better idea. So
yeah,
because
why would you do it on just a single day? That makes no fucking sense.
I know. Like,
that's
if you're
the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Majorly ill, they would ask kids to hey, at least come in then leave.
Wow.
And they're like, but I'm coughing SARS everywhere.
We had not SATs, but the yearly test, the Illinois State test. They probably just did the tally then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. I just fucked off for those tests. I just did B for every answer.
Whoa.
Yeah.
They give you short answer ones, and I would just draw cartoons.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
I think we've talked about
We have,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
Because I did like the 2 muffins in the oven, and they're like, "Oh man, it's getting hot in here," and the other one's like, "Holy crap, a talking muffin!"
Okay, that's real good.
I drew a shark jumping over the moon on one of them, and my art is atrocious, so it wasn't like good.
The shark jumped
Can't
over the moon.
appreciate it.
I think that's better than like what everyone was envisioning. Like you just beautiful, like cartoonist.
Penis.
And yeah, then a bunch of penises. But the penises don't look cartoonist. They are accurate.
They're
Freakishly
hyper
accurate.
realistic.
Shading down to a point.
The point being the point of the peen. And the point of the penis to pregnate mommy.
I don't like that.
That's what it is. You gotta impregnate mommy.
So this guy gets...
Man, Nicole is about to start shifting into second gear.
So this guy gets framed to be Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, shoot! I need to say the synopsis. We went on like, "Hey kids, fucking
yeah, fuck your
protest.
school, fuck the system."
This kid, high school, gets a call, and then he ends up going to a place that Amazon has said, and then he's like, "Whoa, all these people are dead," and they're like, "You must be Spider-Man, rockin'. We're not gonna like try you."
Also, why would Spider-Man not be in costume?
Yeah, like it's Spider-Man, unless they caught him off guard.
Right.
Like no one knows what it looks like when Spider-Man transforms. They don't know it's him clicking his wrist and it just shoots over him.
Which they did not show in this episode.
Oh yeah, there are so many times. So you
I
went
feel
in
so
blind.
lost.
You went in so blind, and you would be like, "Wait, why is this happening?" Then I would explain, and you'd be like, it sounds like a lie, but I know you're telling the truth."
Right, but you
James.
also just lie about stuff.
But no,
sometimes.
none of this stuff. I'm serious as a heart attack when it comes to Spider-Man.
I did like learning that the mechs. You were telling me about how this is the first show to have mechs.
For Super Sentai
like the Super
stuff,
Sentai, and I thought that was really cool.
Because, not Japan, not Tarzan, Godzilla had them.
Japan Tarzan. Sorry.
That's like the Billy Joel song.
Yeah.
We didn't start the fire. I like the College Humor version. We didn't start the flame war.
No, yeah.
That one's good. So yeah, he's like framed for a murder, not a murder. And then he's like, "Spider-Man, you gotta help me." And Spider-Man's like, "All right." That's the episode.
That's truly such a synopsis.
Yeah, because there's a lot on screen, but not a lot happening.
Nothing happens, yeah.
But boy, was it cozy.
No.
The show rules.
I fucking hate that.
What?
One of my notes is I love how much Joe
Dislikes everything.
yeah.
Is in
What did I
disarray.
write?
I'm a hater, and I know it.
Oh no, I wrote I love how frustrated Joe is with this show.
I get it. It's an old show, and but like the fucking editing made me want to kill myself.
No,
It was
don't
so
do that.
bad.
You'll never have to kill yourself. Not on my watch.
Thank you, James.
You're happy now.
Oh, okay. That's not how that works. But all right. You are not a licensed mental professional.
I wrote down this show is so much better at normal speed. And then I wrote that down. Then immediately that stair scene happened. And I said, this show is so much goofier at normal speed because, well, to re-watch these, I do like 3 to 3.5 times speed. So that scene was just like 2 or 4 seconds long. So I was like, oh yeah, he's going down there. Okay. But they just spend so much time, like the actual amount of time it would take to run down this spiral staircase.
And how are you going to have Spider-Man crawl down something and have people running down the stair be faster than him?
Yeah, like show him just like whipping down at, breakneck speed.
They can edit every other thing 4 or 6 times per scene, but this one they just fucking let run forever. It's
It
insane.
ruled.
It drives me nuts, dude.
Well, let's get into this note by note. We start out with the kid. He's at his summertime job, actually after school job, and he has a bunch of plates and such. He works at a ramen place, a restaurant, and then this guy plows into him. And he's like, "Wait, watch where you're going, kid." And he's like, "You bumped into me." And then the kid gets punched, and then just punched so hard he falls into just street slop on the ground.
Yeah, and then it just immediately transitions to him at school.
Yeah, man, that's what it's like being a kid, you know?
But it's just that's what I'm saying though. It's like it's hard to read what's going on because it's only like bam, thing happens, new scene. And you're just like, what the fuck?
You got to keep it going. Kids' attention span in 1978,
I guess.
it was like 10 seconds long.
Yeah, they were doing way more cocaine back then. So,
Oh, yeah,
you
dude.
know.
Everyone was doing it.
It's good for you. So as long as it makes you happy.
it makes
who
you
cares?
happy.
And kids are really happy on it.
On cocaine.
Trust me, I know from firsthand experience.
I know from first-hand experience. I'm a cocaine baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I have an attention disorder. What are you talking about?
What are you? You're so attentive.
To things I like.
You weren't. If you had a small attention span, you would have loved this episode.
I know. That's not how that works, man.
Yeah, you're like,
Here's how
I'm
my-
about to be bored, and then you're like, ooh, new piece of candy.
Here's how my attention deficit works. I play music at work to like help me focus.
Uh-huh.
While I'm playing music at work, there is a separate song playing in my head, and then I am whistling a third tune.
Ooh.
And none of them are anything related to each other because it's just my brain is like constantly firing all the time.
You should start doing mashups on the DJ stage.
I thought you said you should start doing meth.
Oh, no. Or mashed potatoes.
I love mashed potatoes.
Instant mashed potatoes is the slang that Sean and I have on Lucha Underground as cocaine because there's this character who is always drinking whiskey and doing cocaine. And I go, man, he's just like down in that thin gravy. And Sean's like, what do you, thin gravy? I was like, yeah, you know, he's just drinking that cup of thin gravy. And he's like, the glass of whiskey. And it's become that. And then he did cocaine once. I was like, oh man, you want to know why he does that all the time? He's got to have some instant mashed potatoes for his gravy.
Yeah.
I actually eat instant mashed potatoes all the time.
Yeah, it's really salty and really good.
It's $1 and you just mix it with hot water and it's bam, mashed potatoes.
Bam! I'm Emerald.
TikTok fed me people like, oh, you hate your ex. Go pour instant mashed potatoes on their lawn.
Oh, yeah, before it rains.
And then everyone's like, that's not, like, this is like such a child thing to
Also,
think that you're going to pour this box and it's just going to be like 3 feet of mashed potatoes. Like, that's not how it works.
You would need so much of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, what you need to do is take, you know, those worms,
Okay.
the firework worms. You mash up a bunch of them, reform it into a huge circle, then light the top, and then see a big worm just come out of that
Whoa.
circle. Shh. Do you know what I'm talking about?
None of those words meant anything.
Okay,
I'm
so there's these
sorry.
like fireworks that are like
They're
they're like that big around.
Okay.
Like listeners probably like maybe from like
Like
a
an inch and a
nickel to a quarter ish.
Okay.
So and you light the top of it and then
It's
it
just like a black coin.
yeah, it's a black coin that's like thick and it just starts like shooting out.
It's pooping.
Oh, okay. I get what
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like when you take a straw and you like shrink it and put water on it, it expands.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's do a big worm is what I'm saying. Oh, but then they're like, oh, I live at the Dune house, tee hee, and you're like, oh man, this is why we broke up. You're always just trying to take credit for things that aren't yours.
I really like Dune 2 though.
Yeah, but like she didn't do Dune 2. You did Dune 2 on her lawn. Take a big Dune 2
Take
on
a
her
big
lawn.
Dune 2 on their lawn.
I thought you meant like he was fucking on her lawn.
No.
Guys, I gotta go drop off the sandworm.
Man,
I just touched my face. No.
that way. Oh, because you were petting a cat or something?
Yeah, God damn it.
Oh, but you washed your hands.
I did, but it doesn't always,
Okay.
still just. I've
You
also
gotta,
like,
you gotta drench them.
yeah, I gotta be real careful about
Henry licks everything.
Yeah, even the shampoo nozzle.
And especially the
Wait, what?
doorknobs.
all the doorknobs.
it.
He brings up a chair everywhere, right up to the knobs,
Just
and
so
he
he
just
can go to
stands
town
on
on
it.
it.
Let him.
Yeah.
That's a good crumb bums.
That's a weird cat, man. That is really funny though.
He just like drags it. He asks for Christmas for a step stool, and we're like, no, we know what you're going to do with it. He's like, well, I'm tired of bringing the chair around. And people are like, what does he mean? And then we flashes to him doing that.
The cat's like, but you're tired of me scratching up the floor.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, that's good. Hell
I'm
yeah.
a writer.
We should all be right.
We don't give a fuck about the floors.
Dude, same. Our dining room floor is so fucked up.
Yeah. I try, we got carpet here and there, Nicole,
For
what if you
aesthetic
spill on the
and
carpet?
sound.
Yeah, I guess it's for sound.
Yeah.
Guys, this kid gets a call. He's like, oh, school sucks. Let us out. And he gets a call from Amazonas. He doesn't know it's her. And she's like, oh, do you want your dullard life to be over with? Come to this location. And it's why I guess he's but he has a girlfriend. But it's just
He's a dumbass.
he goes. He's probably thinking he's getting some
He's
poot nanny.
18 years old.
Yeah, still,
a dumbass.
I was a loyal boyfriend.
But
I wasn't
were you smart at 18?
No, but I wasn't
All
gonna
right, then.
go
But it's
screw
not
around.
even. It might not
But
even be that. I didn't read it as that. I read it as,
Here's a job opportunity.
hey, you were just talking about how you think high school is pointless. I'm gonna give you a purpose.
But he dialed a 900 number.
Come meet me at this spot.
Okay. Still, he goes up there and he sees a bunch of dead bodies. We know they're Iron Cross Army, so they're technically not dead people. They're just dead beings.
I'm sorry, what?
They're not people. They're some space
Aliens
creature
or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I don't value space life.
Whoa.
Because
Wow.
they're always coming here saying Mars attack, Gleep Glorp,
That's, I've heard it.
That's
Percent.
really specious of you.
That's being globalist, They say think locally, act globally,
Global Gym.
And I'm a globalist, Nicole. You try to
Yeah,
mess with my
you-
planet, you're messing with the end of a gun.
You lost
laser
me.
beam style. I would never lose you, Nicole.
That's why you put the GPS tracker in here.
Yeah, I wish we both had that. What
That's
if one
crazy.
of us gets what if we get trafficked?
Don't get trafficked.
Okay. But if someone kidnaps us,
But
naps me.
James is so
Falsely
trafficable.
imprisons you.
You've seen my thighs.
his
I
thighs.
forgot about the thighs. You're right. Oh,
They're
shit.
like, God damn, we cut off that leg. We could get a killing
Your
for it.
the desire to kidnap you has gone up
Yeah.
200%.
Yeah.
And my ass, oh my
100%
God.
per leg. Yeah.
That's pretty badon. I also need to see if Nicole, who has the bigger ass.
I will not be helping with that.
Well, yeah, we can do that ourselves. Henry can pull up a chair.
Get right up in there.
This is unrelated. He's licking a doorknob while we're
He's like, yeah, that's great, guys. Yum, 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 yum.
just going to town on it. And then we wake up early in the morning and we see Butters just painting
Putting jam on
Putting butter on it.
And he's like, guys, for real, it tastes so good. You have to believe me. And Butters gaslighting him of guys, even I'm a cat and I wouldn't like that. He's like, okay, I guess more knob for me.
I want the whole knob.
Yum,
Yum, yum, yum.
He's like, oh, how come my heart's been feeling bad lately? We're like, you're eating too much sugar. We now know it's jam.
It's bacon grease and butter.
Oh, no, not that. That's how you get ants.
That's how you get heart disease.
Oh, yeah, gimme then. Gimme.
No.
The heart is the most diseased creature of all.
Creature.
Yeah, a heart's actually a little creature inside of you.
Fuck, I must have failed anatomy.
It's just sucking and blowing, What? Yeah, it's got little teeth holding onto your arteries.
Yeah.
It's got multiple mouths.
I think you need to go see a doctor.
Oh, I know. I don't need to. I've seen it all.
Yeah.
I know more than you about the human anatomy or lack thereof. Because it's another creature. It's not human.
Right.
Is it spaceman? I don't know. Hope it's not. I think
Spider-Man.
globalist. So, Spider-Man, this fake Spider-Man, I should say, he goes, and then all of a sudden these reporters show up with the cops, and they're like, oh, what's up with all these dead people? Oh, they're not people, they're Iron Cross Army. Oh, well, who did this? Hey, it's that kid, he did it. And it's like, no, Spider-Man does not kill, besides Gwen Stacy and Mary Jane.
Well, did he kill Mary Jane? I thought he just annulled their marriage.
No, in one timeline, his radioactive junk kills her.
God, such a weird storyline.
It's beautiful. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Like she took that poison and that
Romeo
poison's
and Juliet
that
is a warning, not a guide.
Oh no, that's how Nicole and I are going out. Except our families aren't at war at each other, so we're trying to start
yeah.
By just not getting married. Eventually they'll blame the other.
Random note, because they commit suicide in Romeo and Juliet. I think it's the Netherlands just created a lounge chair that commits suicide for you.
Whoa.
So you sit in it
like
and then
Futurama.
Yeah, that's all I can think of. And then it closes and then it replaces all the oxygen with whatever and you just go to sleep.
With instant mashed potatoes.
Gravy and instant mashed potatoes.
Thin gravy.
And then you just stop breathing.
Yeah, if they filled it with whiskey and cocaine, it would kill you.
Yeah, I guess.
But a way to go. That's not suicide. That's like going out as God intended.
I'll make my own suicide booth
with whiskey and cocaine.
Anyways, I sidetracked, my bad.
It's so obvious that the man who is telling everyone this guy's Spider-Man is Iron Cross Army because he's pointing with the hand that is iron.
Yeah, like a metal armored hand.
Yeah, a gauntlet to throw down in before battle.
Which all of the corpses were also wearing.
Yeah.
Which is also their name. It's like marketing 101. They did it right, but you guys should have noticed.
It's like if Bubbles was holding out sugar and then goddamn Blossom was holding out everything nice and Buttercup was having spices. You're like, wait, you're the Ding Dang Powerpuff Girls? Because that's what they're made of.
That is what they're made. Now, do you think that me, Jose, and our other roommate Michael should go as the Rowdy Rough Boys for Halloween?
Absolutely.
I'm trying to convince them.
I'll show them pictures of them from Powerpuff Girls Z. They look badass.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they look like rad. Like they're in like Jinko jeans of that era, and they're like, yo, we're like street dudes. I'll show you right now. Hold on. But Nicole, do you have any notes?
Oh no, I wasn't prepared.
You did really like the Mock Bam emotion monster. I forgot what it was called.
Iron Cross Army bodies. They think that June is Spider-Man. Oh, or everyone thinks he's Spider-Man because Iron Cross Army said so. Takuya just leaves Hitomi.
Which is somebody who didn't know that trope. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
And it's even funnier now that you know it's a trope.
Yeah, so much better.
The Iron Cross Army bribes him with a luxury hotel and sports car.
A Porsche.
To pretend to be Spider-Man.
I got a note about that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice blue Porsche.
Because...
Sorry, Porsche. Porsche?
Amazon says, you'll be admired by the entire city. You'll live in this luxury hotel. We've even got a sports car down there for you. And you will only drink Tang. If it's good enough for the astronauts, it's good enough for you. Drink Tang.
Damn, now I want a Tang.
Exactly. We Nicole, every time someone says that from listening to this, we get a penny.
Product placement.
And then this is the really long, and then there's the long scene of him scaling the building.
Yeah. Well, and then first Spider-Man wants to creep on them like he usually does from the window.
He does it.
And they oiled the wall first, right?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. As he's crawling down, the Iron Cross Army knew Spider-Man would show up, so they just oiled the wall.
Which doesn't deter him in the fucking slightest.
Well, a little bit. He would have got there maybe 5 seconds earlier.
Right.
And he wouldn't have been all... Actually, that made him more alert. So I think they did a disservice to themselves.
Yeah.
But wouldn't that make him slipperier? So he should have fell down that wall faster?
Oh, no, he wiped it off.
What's it?
Spider string.
Spider string.
Spider string, dude.
Spider string.
Spider string, dude.
It's crazy how they didn't say web.
Web, yeah.
It was spider web. Spider web. That's what you should just call it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
spider web.
But it's literally a string, though.
Well, it's a rope.
Yeah, it should be spider rope. We've talked about it. He's shooting rope, baby. No, he's shooting string. Yeah, they oiled it up. And then finally, Spider-Man will like duck his head in and peek around in a window all the time. No one ever sees him. Amazonas finally did. She's like, oh, fuck, he's here. Why didn't the oil stop you?
We knew it. And then she throws a knife at him
Yeah.
and misses completely.
But got kind of close. And then this is when she's like, all right, prepare to meet Eruption Beast. And this is, just think of like a tree monster from Adventure Time. Just this like log.
He looks like brown, was it Gumbo?
Gumbo.
Gumby,
yeah.
He looks like a brown version of Gumby with fireworks embedded in it.
Yeah, and kind of, like
Well,
he has
he's
a little bit
supposed
of
to
a
be
pattern.
volcano.
Yeah, and he just comes
guy.
in
He looks
going,
like a piece of shit.
he goes,
Yeah.
yeah, and he's just, he's sparkling, which is monster blood. So like, is he always bleeding?
I don't know. It just looked like someone stuck two sparklers in him.
Yeah.
That's 100% what they
It's
did.
so
And it was
cool.
so funny.
Yeah. It's very, because like it's supposed to be this menacing thing, but it's
Yeah.
just kind of like a party mascot.
Yeah, I was gonna say he looks like he should be at a kid's birthday.
Like if you saw it, like, hey, we couldn't get a clown this year for you,
So we
6-year-old
got
Joe.
Eruption Beast.
It's a-
Yeah.
And then he comes out just shredding Van Halen because of Eruption.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a song by them called Eruption.
radical.
And it has like one of the coolest, the people say, Eddie Van Halen riffs.
I'm gonna
You've
take
heard
your, I'm
it.
gonna take your
You've
word
heard
for
it
it. I probably
before.
have, yeah.
Joe was asking what this Spider-Man is called, and James said the emissary of hell. And Joe went, I can't.
Dude, I was like, I know you're lying. I'm done.
And no, for real, he used to say, like, when people would go like, oh no, it's Spider-Man. He says, yes, Spider-Man, the emissary of hell.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Like in this one, how it was always formulaic, the place where he says, I'm the man who smashes the machinations of evil. He used to be for like many, like maybe the first 10 episodes, he'd say the emissary of hell, but then he changed it to specifics of what that episode is.
Right. So it used to just be like the same thing over and over. All right.
The emissary of hell.
Interesting.
Oh, I forgot to say, so when the news breaks, this man is Spider-Man, supposedly, Hitomi comes running into their house and she goes, I have huge news. And they're like, oh my God, what is it? And she's like, it's going to smash the world. And she says, I need a drink of water first. And then just chugs a cup of water. I wish that would have been in real time. She just chugs the entire water.
I wrote, the tea is so hot, she needed a cup of water.
Ooh, that's good.
Because he left her there, so she had to run home.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was
That was
before.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she will have to run home because boy, oh boy, Takia leaves her again. So even though she can take public transit. They got that in Japan.
Nah, she ran.
Like it's crazy to think that like in the countryside there are bus stations in Japan. Yeah, they only come like twice a day, but it's still wild to think that like where your house, Nicole,
Yeah.
where your family lived, if there was a bus stop on one of those corners.
Yeah.
But the Mats, but that's on the main road.
Yeah.
Or like if there was a bus there has to be a bus to Michigan's Adventure now. Because that's on Whitehall.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I don't know what I was going to say.
Because you're like, hey, I'm a city kid. There's
I
always
was
been.
going to say I'm a city kid, so I've always had public transit. Suck it, CTA for life.
So I was watching or reading, I should say, New Fantastic Four. It was a team when the Fantastic Four were incapacitated. It was Spider-Man, the
Yes.
Incredible Hulk,
Uh-huh.
Wolverine, and Ghost Rider. It was an old like 70s or maybe 80s storyline from, I think 80s of Fantastic Four. It was 3 issues. And it kind of just was like a thing people referenced. But then Peter David did like a 5-issue follow-up to that a few years ago. And I was reading it and like Spider-Man's whipping through the air and he's just like legs spread and Nicole goes, check out that crotch work. Oh, and then Nicole goes, made
'Cause
you look.
I was trying to make you laugh all morning and you were just like ignoring me. And then I was like, hey, take a look at that crotch work. And
Yeah.
then he was just like, he didn't say anything. And I was like,
Wait.
made you look.
And then Nicole starts like air humping, holding me as if she's like, because I was sitting down, she was standing up, as if she was like having sex with my mouth.
It's so hot in here.
It's getting hot in beer. We're almost done. Don't worry. Calm down.
Yeah, we're only 23 minutes in.
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We're 43.
I lied.
I am stoned right now. And again, it's just distinct. It's super funny. All these, they're great when I'm stoned, but like it just feels like we're almost done. That never happens. It's usually like, oh, wow, we're an hour in and we're almost done. It's just like cozy, you know?
Sure.
It just chugs. I mean, like her with that water
Yeah.
and Dario Cueto with his thin gravy.
Yeah.
And oh man, he chugs through the nose those fat lines of instant mash.
Instant mash.
I want instant mash now.
I have 3 packets at home.
Well,
Wow.
You should have let me know before I came here. I could
Humble.
have given you one, man.
Yeah, humble brag.
You should have known.
Yeah. Oh, but then in this episode, there's a part where he's hanging upside down Spider-Man and goes, look at that crotch work. And then I wrote down a crotch work blue, like a clockwork orange.
I don't know if either of you heard me, but the end where he's fighting some of the minions, you know, he runs away from the bus and he's just standing there and there's just a gratuitous shot of his ass.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of those.
I don't know if you heard me, but I went, butts.
Oh, hell yeah.
I think I did, but like James said, they actually do have a lot of ass shots.
Yeah.
So I'm not special.
Yeah, it's gratuitous. But you need that. You need something for mommy for these shows.
Yeah, sorry to break it to you. You're a basic bitch, Joe.
That feels about right.
But people aren't just saying butts. That's you. That's new.
Yeah, okay.
I think
People are usually saying, can you guys leave the room? And how do I pause this? Can you A-B repeat on this thing?
Google screenshot.
Google screenshot. No, it's a PlayStation 3. Damn
Xbox
it.
screenshot.
So you mentioned a van. What happens is this kid keeps trying to leave in captivity of the Iron Cross army until they're like, hey, if you leave again, we're going to kill your family and friends. Then his girlfriend shows up and she's like, hey, what, like, are you really Spider-Man? And then he's like, yeah, I am. And she's like, I don't think you are. I'm second guessing this. And he's like, no, I am. Leave. Because he knows there's a person behind there about to kill her if anything slips up. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh, yeah, we forgot. Like, he drinks that papaya juice. He leaves.
After.
Yeah, so like he leaves. He finally escapes. And then he goes to this club and this girl's like, oh, you look like Spider-Man. And he's like, no, I'm not. And he's like, oh, no, I think I know who you are. Here, have this special papaya juice. He just gets knocked out. And I'll tell you guys, firsthand experience with this next thing. He, all of a sudden, the car that he drove in there, that sports car, plows into this lady. She flies above I wonder how they did that. Did they really, plow into this lady?
No, she's behind the car.
Oh, okay.
And then as the car goes, there's either like a cannon that hits a lift, and then she gets thrown onto a bag.
All right, that makes sense. So she gets hit, presumed dead. She's not really, but they the police show up and they're like, oh yeah, her blood was on your car and you were driving
asleep,
it.
yeah.
Because after it hits, we're like, Joe, you said, wow, he hit a
I was like,
lady?
holy shit, he drove home drunk and ran over a lady?
But then the Iron Cross army steps out and then puts him in just passed out. And guys, I did this to my buddy, former guest Tyler Wright. It was funny.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I hit someone with his car and he was all drunk and we put him in the driver's seat. No, it wasn't Tyler. It was Bones. Dang it. But now it's clear that I meant to say Bones, not Tyler, because people know Tyler, right? We would have talked about that if it really happened. And when he was on the show, I would have been like, remember that time I made you think you were manslaughterer?
We have never done that, but in high school, one of our friends stole another one of our friends' key card and then took the car to the school parking lot and parked it in the neighborhood and then drew a very crude map and we snuck it into her purse. So we're all out of school. We're all walking to our cars and she just stops. She's like, where's my car?
Dude, where's my car?
And everyone's like, oh, I don't know. And she's like, she's looking through her purse and she pulls out this really shitty map and she goes, God damn it, guys. And then she had to go find her car.
Oh, it's good that she knew it was you guys.
Yeah. Oh,
And,
we were dying. Like we were,
Okay.
we were all next to her. We're just dying. And she's like, you sons of bitches. And then we helped her find her car.
Because the person, like, you guys didn't know where it was, or you were just kind of guiding?
It was just like funny to hang out while she was trying to find her car with this very shittily drawn map.
Yeah. That's also the nicest thing to do.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just
yeah.
leave. You're like, well, now I just have a shitty map. There's not someone who could potentially guide me to where I need
like
to go.
like hot cold kind of situation. Yeah.
Ooh, you're getting steamy now.
Yeah, it is hot as fuck in this room.
Oh, I'm fine. But then, so he gets arrested. They scoop back, like they're transporting him in this big van bus. And all of a sudden, the Iron Cross Army show up. They stop the car, the bus, and then take everyone out and punch them. Then their people go back in, and now they're transporting. They go to this harbor where Spider-Man has fought before. And Amazonas is like, all right, time to check out where Spider-Man and shit is. Like, Spider-Man will be here. Let's go get this dude and threaten his life. And then they open it up and just sitting back, turned, but then turned over. Yeah, laying.
Suggestively.
Yes, this is it's boudoir photos. He turns around and says, oh, looking for little old me. And then she's like, what happened? And he's like, I was wise to your plan. And I did the old switcheroo to what's his nuts. And it shows them stopped at a stoplight. And then he comes out of the sewer underneath, punches a hole in it, looks at all the guys and goes, shh, and then just beats them to shit. And then they
the
he
kid
switches.
goes in the sewer, and they switch.
It was a cartoon. And
Very-
I loved it.
I got a very Scooby-Doo feel from it. Something about the just absurdity and the flashback to what happened.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it have been crazy if he's in the sewer hole and still his upper body is in the car still, and then it green
car
lights
drives
and it
off.
just and Spider-Man's like, no, this would happen to Deadpool, not me. Yeah, the special papaya juice, I got that.
I think he's like, oh, looking for me. And then he jumps down through the hole, rolls out over to the other side of the bus, and then runs away, disappears. And they're all like, oh, where did he go? And I'm like, he's right there. And then he's 25 feet away and he goes, huh. And then he does the whole it's like Spider-Man, whatever. It's absurd.
Yeah, and he's just fighting people. But then Eruption Beast shows up and he's like, oh, I got a jet set out of here, GP7. And he's driving and then looks at the ground. And this was so Batman 66. He says, oh, crap, landmines. And then he has to fly to barely miss them, explode.
Yeah.
And then, he saves the day. He takes down Eruption Beast. And then the kid's like, hey, you want to know, I live a pretty decent life.
With
and
my
I love you,
girlfriend,
I guess.
Does he always destroy the monster with the sword?
Yeah, because the suit, not a few episodes, some episodes into production was stolen. So they have to just reuse the same footage of him over and over again.
Holy fuck.
There was a Disney Plus documentary that synced up every single fight scene, and it was pretty much exact matches of when each screen does what.
That's crazy. I feel like that was weirdly common in cinema for a while. Just shit getting stolen and products just going missing, and people we have to scramble to get this fixed because that was the only suit we had.
Change Leah Pardon. So Any more questions, concerns,
Nope.
notes?
Bat crazy. Bad shit crazy.
All right, good. I thought you said bad shit crazy.
No. It's just wild.
Uh-huh. So we have one final thing to ask you, Joseph. Spider-Man, he gets his powers from being bitten by a spider. Unlike this series, he gets spider blood injected into him and gets that. But if you were to be bitten by an animal, what animal would you want to pick to get superpowers related to that? And how would you use them to take down the Iron Cross armies? I don't know, Eruption Beast.
You know, I feel like such a nerd right now. I was reading a bunch of Warhammer 40K lore earlier, and there's a group called the Carcharodons, which just means shark in Latin.
Ooh.
And I think shark powers would be interesting.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, just like being tough, having a bunch of teeth, good sense of smell.
I think your teeth could also be on your hands.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
grab them and it's like teeth eject, and then your grip is as piercing as a tooth.
Well, actually, the person who runs their legion has these gauntlets that have chainsaws in the palm.
Whoa.
So when he grabs onto enemies, he just tears through. He just tears right through them.
Do you want those?
Yeah, all that'd be
All
great.
right. Eruption Beast will take a little bit longer. You need this power because he's made of rock.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Usually these beasts are animals. It's weird that this is just a volcano.
Well, I mean, Japan is made up of it's
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense. It was a volcano.
So you could also have a big fin on your head, and you can headbutt people and it slices them.
Or you could eject it and it would shoot off your head into somebody.
You have dead eyes that scare people.
Yeah.
They just cower.
Just like a fear mechanic. Just blah.
They're looking away, and then you just grab onto their ass and say, "It's not your day," and then just and they're like, "Oh, my glutes."
There's also there's things called librarians in 40K, which they basically just have space magic.
Okay.
And for the Carcharodons, one of their things is to they can instill a dread, when you're the deep terror, but they can also just call a shark.
Oh.
So you'll just be walking and a shark will just up from the ground and eat you. It's Warhammer 40K is just such a weird fucking setting.
Wait, so then that's exactly like Ghost Shark.
It's incredibly
Shark?
Ghost Shark, yes. Or
You watched that with us,
I
right?
did watch that with you.
Okay.
Yeah. I understood that reference. Or it's that character from League of Legends. There's a
I don't
character
know.
who throws a fish at you, and it's his ult, and then it tracks you, and then water appears, and then a shark eats you.
Oh, whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Those are powers for you guys.
Yeah, I think I'd go shark.
It was beautiful to have you here today.
Thanks. It's good to be here. It's been a while. I'm glad to be back.
Uh-huh. But you've been, here you're back, but you've been a part of this, guys. If you want to hear more of him, head over to Hit It and Crit It or patreon.com/MLM pod. $10 a month, you can hear him.
If 100 new people listen to Hit It and Crit It, we'll bring it back.
Okay, 100 people. Which means, hey, guys, you have to tell your friends so they can tell their friends to listen to this so they hear that
So
call
you
to
hear that call.
action.
Yes.
So we can actually have 100 people.
It's layers.
Uh-huh. Or I guess if you love Hit It and Crit It, just tell people to listen to Hit It and Crit It.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this case, we get 100 and Hit It and Crit It gets 100.
It's a win-win.
Uh-huh. A 1-1. But do you have anything else you'd like to plug?
No, not really. Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
Hell yeah. Nicole?
You can go to darlinghomebody.com
Yes.
for all the stuff that I make
Do it.
and join my monthly sticker club.
The newest one looks so good, that axolotl on a donut.
Yeah.
Nice.
2 thumbs up to that.
Follow Darling Homebody on social medias. And that's it, I think.
Yeah. Hey, guys, we have some news about Mostly Speaking Sentai coming up, but you'll be able to hear a pilot of a possible new show that Nicole and I will be doing over on patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month in a couple months, you'll be able to hear that. I'm excited for it. But actually, I shouldn't have started out with that. Go listen to the Marshland Media podcast feed wherever you're listening to this. It's free to listen to on any podcast app. That's got Sweaty Time Pro Wrestling with Sean and I, and it's got Death to Squids with Jose and I. We're about to start watching very stoned and discussing about it very stoned, all of the Resident Evil movies, all 6 of them.
I know you said I should come on for 5, but can I come on for 3 as well?
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Hell yeah. You guys live together. You'll be able to sync that up.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I'll come over to you.
Sync it up. Yeah, that's rad.
Uh-huh. And please check those out. Listen to my music. But like I said, patreon.com/MLM pod, where for $5 a month, you get exclusive content every single Friday. This Friday is Mostly Speaking Sentai After Dark, where we're discussing episode 11 of season 2 of Akiba Ranger. We're almost done with that series. And it's been a blast. I'm really excited because it's this episode and the next episode, and that's all we have. Wonder what we'll be doing after that. We have a possible thing. That was the thing I was teasing, what we're doing for that afterwards. So be on the lookout for that. And if you're a $10 patron, you get all that weekly stuff, plus monthly bonus exclusive content in the form of straight to Patreon, baby. We've been going through summer mockbusters, the Asylum movies, and I'm regretting it. We still got one more. They're just not fun movies. Besides, like, how did they do Sharknado so well? Like, that one's fun. These others are just like, oh my God, what is happening? I think we got to do Bound. Or maybe, no, yeah, we got to do Bound because at least then there's going to be boobies in it.
Why don't you just find, like, highly rated ones?
Well, a vampire, Abraham Lincoln versus zombies, I hear, is like a high quality one, but no, I want boobies and I want like melodrama, soap opera acting. Like, I think it'll feel like a Lifetime movie, but with boobies.
Yeah.
And gimme, guys, but not within the hours of 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. But also, if you're a $10 patron, you get shout outs on every single free feed podcast. Let's begin with those, starting with Steve F., Eric Berry of Ranger Command Power Hour, Alex Z, The Waz, Orion, my Bickle brother in common law, Joshua Jacus, Steve Barnes, A Sweet Child of Time, my mother, Lil Corey's BFF and now former roommate Shane, That Fed, twitch.tv/Core Winning, it's Corwin from the ROM Complex, as well as Formulaic, a podcast and script writing, it's twitch.tv/R2Shelby2, and finally, Zinny D from the Speed Radio podcast, who should be on next episode of Mostly Speaking Sentai, and 2 new $5 patrons. We like giving them a shout out once on the free feed. We got former guest Travis. I don't think he wants his name being out there because of all the smut we talked about on his episode. God. And then also Angela. I don't know who Angela is, but if you're a listener of this, thank you. However you found us, salute. And I've been James.
I'm Nicole.
And I'm Joe.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Spider-Man. Bye-bye.
Bye. Peace.
This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCollum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today. Oh, yeah.